something to say, you should hear it. Oh, I'm happy to make time for your feelings, but you have to admit I already do. Let's just break it down to you and me uptown, dancing all around till the disco ball pops. But I have to be me, and everyone can see your anger is misplaced. And I'm gonna tell ya, don't hate me 'cause I get attention. Don't turn me into what I'm not. I have to be me 24/7, and I ain't never gonna stop. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. No, oh, oh, oh. And I ain't never gonna stop. Come on. Listen to me. I've tried so many times to tell you this is as good as I can be. Why isn't it enough to be faithful and also be the hit of the party? Let's just break it down to you and me uptown, dancing all around till the disco ball pops. But I have to be me, and everyone can see your anger is misplaced. And I'm gonna tell you, don't hate me 'cause I get attention. Don't turn me into what I'm not. I have to be me 24/7, and I ain't never gonna stop. No, no, no.
Hello. The stream has started. Sorry about the black screen issue there. I'd forgotten to log into Steam itself, so when I went to start the game it said no, you don't have permission. How you doing? Nice to see you, the Diamond Chef 91. Thank you for joining me today. How are you today? This is the very first episode, and as much as I've tried to plan everything out and make sure it runs smoothly, I am almost certain something's going to go wrong today. At least one thing, at least one more thing, because I've already got the start wrong. So yeah, just bear with me and be patient whilst I learn my craft, as it were. So this is Farm Sim 17. What I'm going to do here, let me just explain for those of you who don't know, because not everybody watches the channel or knows what this is all about. We are going to be playing Farm Sim 17 in the most realistic combination of settings that's possible. So we're going to be doing a career on the Valley, the old farm. I'm going to delete this one. I've been doing some tests and practice. So we're going to delete that now, create a brand new one. We'll be playing on hard. There's a lot of the old farm type maps, aren't there? Nearly clicked on about 4 then. Right, the Valley, the old farm. We'll just go as is. That looks pretty good. So the important mods are, let me see here. Courseplay, obviously. I'm not going to be doing a lot of that at the moment because I need to get some practice on that. I haven't had time. A placeable Christmas tree. Obviously, that's important when we get to Christmas. But seriously, we've got crop destruction, tire dirt, ground response. We've got the gearbox add-on. I absolutely love this add-on. There's two the more realistic game engine and the more realistic gameplay mods. That makes the tractors and everything behave more realistically. And then Seasons mod being the key one here. So Seasons mod is just mind-blowingly. UK streamers, yeah. Well, I'm pretty new to it, but I'm going to be doing my best, mate. I'll be doing my best. I'm glad you're good today. I am glad you're good today. So hopefully you can see everything. Let me just run you through the setup here. So obviously we're going to have 3 cameras set up today. The first one being just the game. Hopefully you can still hear my mic. Then we're going to have the face cam, which is this one, which you probably want to see the least amount of, I would have thought. Then we'll have the wheel cam. This is the important business end. I've got my phone here, so I'll be trying to watch any chat that comes in as best I can. I'm not really used to looking at this whilst I'm making videos, so if I don't respond straight away, it's not because I'm ignoring you, it's because I've got about a million things going on in my head. We've got the stream deck over here. I'm not sure if you can see that on the cam. Looks like you can. This will be controlling all the cameras today. We've got the Cytec side panel. This thing's absolutely fantastic, but the build quality is pretty poor, so you have to be really gentle with this thing. G29, which most of the time is brilliant, but lately it's running into conflicts with yes. Okay, good. So yeah, the G29 and the Cytec side panel have lots of conflicts now. How are you? And it's all good. You've got to start somewhere. I will hopefully start at some point. I need a new PC. Yeah, excellent, Diamond Chef. The first step is the hardest one. Just getting on there and getting to it, getting your first video up. And if I can help you out in any way, just let me know. I'll be happy to give you advice, point you in the direction of good software, that kind of stuff. So anything outside of the tractor is going to be running on the Xbox 360 controller. We're going to be running at 15, a speed of 15, and I'll do my absolute best not to touch that. So if we're running out of time, I won't be messing about with it at all. I've got to get used to all this information up on the... Well, Seasons mod is just mind-blowing. The amount of detail and information and changes and... Whoa, I mean, it is absolutely mind-blowing. So you can see today it's pretty miserable. It's raining. There's not much we can do. This farm is very much geared towards animal husbandry, and we're going to be focusing on sheep. Now, just to prove how much I am trying to do this realistically, I've even got, look at this, pencil and paper. So I'll be making notes on each day. I've got each day here. So this is the planner, which obviously is blank at the moment because I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. And this is the history page. So every time I do something, I'm going to make a note of it, and hopefully then I can track and keep things running smoothly, organised, and realistic. So let's, I suppose, have a look and see what we've got. So this is the Seasons mod. If you haven't seen this before, this will indicate when and what we can plant throughout the seasons, which is just absolutely brilliant. Something that was totally missing in the game itself. God, I can't seem to get up to these arrows here. Here we've got a nice economy breakdown. What I like here, we're going to be focusing on wool for the first year at least. And you can see that wool is quite profitable in the first spring season. Summer, not so much. Autumn, nothing at all. Winter, it picks up again, which I assume is because... I don't know, actually. I'd have thought that winter would be the best selling, or maybe autumn would have been the best selling. I suppose it... because they get sheared before the summer, so it dips down. Yeah, okay, that kind of makes sense. And again, this is all the Seasons mod that makes all this available. We're going to be running at 24 days. Snow mode is on. Snow tracks are on. Crop moisture. Disallow threshing when crops are wet of moisture. That's on. So basically, whilst it's raining today, we can't do much. We're going to be going on Celsius because I'm British. Keys in help menu on. Yep, not sure what that is. Seasons introduction, I'm going to leave that on because I'm an absolute noob when it comes to seasons. I have been reading the manual, and if you haven't read the manual, definitely go check that out. It's pretty spectacular. Oh, it's snowing! Well, I wasn't expecting that. Well, it's early spring and it's snowing. Who'd have thunk it? Goodness me. Well, so it looks like I'm going to be starting off with... you know, there might even be some snow on the ground before the end of today. Who knows? I don't really have any equipment to deal with that, so I suppose we got this bucket on the front of the New Holland here. So we got this New Holland, the 8340, which is our powerhouse, and then we've got over here we've got the Case 1455 XL, which is not as good a tractor, although technically I think it pumps out more horsepower. But I seem to struggle pulling the cultivator with this one, whereas this one just seems to get the job done. If you haven't seen this map before, let me just go show you this. This is just brilliant. I mean, the whole of the map is brilliant, but this, I've never seen this before, this map, and it is just incredible. There's a tutorial built into the television. If I press and hold the A button on the Xbox 360 controller, you can see that bar across the bottom. And each time it gets to the end, it goes to the next page. So it tells you, it explains and teaches you where you can collect your eggs from, how you feed the sheep in the top right hand corner there, where you sell the eggs, where you sell the wool. This is the pig zone, the liquid manure, the normal manure, feeding, cleanliness. I mean, wow. There's a lot here that I need to learn. I don't know everything. I've found most of the things on this map, so I'm in a position where I think I can actually play it, but there's a lot going on. That's the shop. That's how you buy a field, buy and sell grain. I'm not sure where that is. Oh yes, yep, I know where that is. Okay. Wood chips, the bank. I know where the bank is now. That's good. Free water. I don't know where that is. I'm going to have to try and find that at some point, but I know where the buying water is, so I think we'll be okay. The Seasons mod dramatically reduces the amount of water and food that you can put down for your sheep, so we're not going to be using that much water anyway, so I might just buy a water tanker, chuck it on the back of the tractor, fill it up with water, and then sort of leave it laying around until we need it. I cannot believe it's snowing on day one. That is just totally unexpected and ridiculous. I think closing the door might be a good idea. It's going to get jolly cold in here otherwise. Right, let's shut this door and head to the store. Now I wanted to show you what we've got. We're going to have some tunes in the cars, but nowhere else. I've bound all these buttons to stuff, and I just cannot remember what's what. But I think this is radio. No, that one. Okay, cool. So yeah, we're gonna have to set up. Right, we're gonna have to set up the gears on each tractor as we get into it for the first time. Auto clutch off. Toggle automatic. We're going to have manual gears. That's set to keys. Swap gears and range 1. I can't remember how that's meant to be set. Limiter is off. Toggle 4-wheel drive. Differential lock. Limited slip. Okay, I think that's all good. So we should start with this button. Whoa! Seems like we instantly went into gear. It's supposed to be in neutral. So in the top right hand corner, I don't know if you can see it by my wing mirror there, that's what the gears are doing. So we've got, if I come out of neutral, you can see we've got high and low gears, and then we've got 1, 2, 3 and 4 for each of those. That's just this tractor. Every tractor is different. So there's a lot of learning that needs to happen. And also if you look to the very, very right, you'll see that the max speed for each of those gears is displayed. So the maximum speed for this tractor is 24.9 miles per hour, which is plenty fast enough, I think. So if I go to the shop, we can have a look in the garage. We've got this New Holland Agriculture 8340, which is it's not bad, it does the job. We've got the case that I've shown you. We've got this front loader, which is currently attached to this universal bucket. We've got a JCB up in the hayloft, which is cool. I'll show you that. We've got a bale fork. We've got the 1660 axial flow. I'm not planning on doing any agricultural farming just yet. I'm just going to harvest grass and get the sheep up and running so that we've got money coming in. That's the plan, at least. I don't know how well that's going to work out. We've got this transport tipper, we've got this cultivator, this plough, this seeder. Actually it's the seeder which the tractors struggle to pull. We've got this fertilizer spreader, so hopefully the sheep will be assisting us there. And oh, that's a manure spreader as well. I didn't realise we had that. We've got a lizard somewhere, I don't know where the hell that is. I haven't even seen that. And we've got this karcher for cleaning. That's basically it. But obviously you may have noticed what we don't have. It's weird that my steering is fully... Hey, no worries man, no worries at all. Drop in and drop out as much as you like. And you're hosting me. That's cool. Nobody's ever hosted me before. Thank you, buddy. So, yeah, we're going to go to the shop. And, oh, actually, I'm going to drop this front loader off. And we're going to go to the shop because we're going to need to pick up some stuff. Water, we're going to need... Well, actually, I was going to pick up a mower so that we can mow some grass and feed the sheep. But actually, that's not going to be necessary because it's snowing. So I don't think we're going to be able to mow the grass. How do I get up? Ah, there we go. There's the forecast. So I'm going to have a good look at that in a bit. Like I say, I've got pen and paper, so I'll be making some plans for the future in terms of what jobs we're going to do and what day. It does irritate me that that indicator doesn't turn off automatically. There was a mod that allowed me to do that in FS15. It doesn't seem to exist here. You know some people who play? So you thought you'd let them know. Oh, cool. Nice one. I appreciate that a huge amount. Now, this, by the way, is the realism mod. Trying to get up this very steep hill in this very low-powered tractor. We will struggle. And if we've got anything on the back, we're really going to struggle. It's also very easy to tip a tractor if you're not being careful. So I'm sure we'll have loads of incidents throughout the series where I roll a tractor and then have to fix it back up. That's the forestry area. We'll probably be heading in there at Christmas, as soon as there's not much we can do on the fields. It's all subject to change. There's nothing written in stone. The best farmer is an adaptable farmer. That's what I think. So I have got some cameras set up now. So some people really like this external camera look. If I can find my mouse, there it is. I won't be showing you much of this, to be honest. The majority of it will be in cab, and I've also got a button bound to take the HUD off. Now, to start with, whilst I'm learning the game, I'm going to need it up so that I remember what the buttons are, etc. But as things progress, we'll be playing more like this, and hopefully that'll be a nicer view for everybody. We'll see how that goes. So financially, we are going to struggle. We've got 15,000 in the bank. We can take a loan, and again, Seasons Mod. I didn't even see that car. That was terrible driving. Seasons Mod again changes the amount that you can get in a loan. So I think it's limited to 80% of your current farm value. So I don't know how much that's going to give us, but it should be enough to do a few bits at least to get the ball rolling until we got the sheep making some money. Let's just park up here. So we'll come down the gears into neutral, handbrake on, engine off, and then 360 controller to jump out. That's going to be the process for as long as I can remember it. Okay, now there is something in here that's specific to Seasons Mod, and it's really important. It's in MISC, and oh, look at that, Phantom 2. I definitely want that. Definitely want to be picking up a Phantom 2. Oh, well, that's weird. What happened there? I ended up in dollies somehow. Controlling it with the mouse, with the key. Controlling this with the keyboard is not that easy. There it is. The Whoopster. Using a measurement tool, you can get information on the soil, the trees, the bales, and other objects. For me, this is absolutely critical because I have literally no experience with Seasons Mod. Am I starting with just sheep? For the beginning, yes. If things progress quickly enough, if we're making a decent amount of profit, then I can expand into other things. But sheep is where I want to focus, because sheep only need water and grass. and grass doesn't need ploughing, seeding, etc, etc, etc. So to start, I think that's the easiest way for me to get myself back into Farm Sim 17. Bearing in mind I haven't played this game since it came out. I was so when Farm Sim 17 came out and it had a train in it, I kind of flipped a bit, and I didn't want to play the game ever. So I really haven't played since it came out for that reason. But the Seasons mod and the Realism mod make this game worth playing, in my humble opinion. Plus other mods as well, not just those two. But yeah, to start with, I'm going to go with sheep until I get back in the flow of playing Farm Sim 17, and also streaming as well. I've got multiple cameras set up. I've got lights. I've got backgrounds. I've got loads and loads of stuff that I've got to think about, as well as playing the game. So yeah, to begin with, I'm just going to go with sheep because it's a bit easier on me. But hopefully it'll still be entertaining. Obviously we're playing at 15 times speed, so we are a lot of people I see play on 1 times speed, so they've just got all the time in the world to sort of field out, whereas I'm going to have to be paying attention to the weather, the temperatures, the seasons, the time limitations, the light restrictions. There's a lot. This is going to be very difficult, I think, especially for a noob like myself. But this device here, this Whoopster or Wopster, should help us a huge amount. Now we've only got 15,000 in the bank, so we're going to very, very quickly be short on cash. But I think that's a necessary purchase, so I'm going to start by buying one of those. What I don't know, scroll the mouse wheel or press 1 or 2 on the keyboard to switch chainsaws. What? Or is that where it is on the chainsaws? Okay. I'm also going to grab a tow bar, although I'm concerned I don't know how I'm going to get that back to the farm. We'll try something. Design colour. Oh, look at this. Design 1. Hang on. The designs don't change. Oh, I thought this would change. It doesn't. Okay, well, we'll stick with that. So already we're down to 10,000. Now, one thing we definitely do need is water, or a way to transport water. Is that a water tank? Tanks transport liquids. So I'm guessing that's a water tank. Oh yeah, water. Good. Not sure what that is. Or does that mean it doesn't transport water? Is that a water one? I'm pretty sure it is. We'll go with that, I think. We've got just enough money. Okay, good. So we've got 750 left in the bank, which is not a lot. And our stuff should be down there. So let's jump in the tractor, load this stuff up, and handbrake off, into reverse. Realistically, I could have just reversed down there, couldn't I? Never mind. Now, how are we going to do this, I wonder? Should be close enough. Out of reverse gear, handbrake on. Let's go neutral. Excellent. Right, now, what am I going to do with this thing? What's the pickup key? I can't remember. A. Okay, right. Now, I don't know if this is going to work, but oh crikey! Seriously, I can flip a tractor with this thing. That seems a bit silly. Drop. Flipping hell! How heavy is that? That seemed ridiculous. Right, well hopefully that's going to work. And it stopped snowing. I don't know if you noticed, I didn't. It stopped snowing, that's good. Got to be careful. Could I attach the tow bar to the tank? That's a good question. That's a good question. Thank you, that is a water tank, cool. So, yes, yeah, possibly, but to be honest, I did kind of want to test and see whether or not I could drive along with it in the front loader. It seems to be working okay, as long as I don't go over any bumps too fast. Seem to be all good. 10 past 12 already. Time is ticking by. So it looks like we're in for some pretty crappy weather. Is this an American map or a British map? Should I be driving on the left or the right? I think this is a British map, but I think all the AI vehicles drive on the right, don't they? So we'll just have to cope. Here come the cars. Now, whilst we're here, I'd quite like to just park up a minute. Not sure what this area is, to be honest. Oh, it's perfect. There's an exit there, look. Okay. Jam it in neutral, handbrake on. Actually, it's just... let's take the keys with us. Check for traffic. So up here is the bank, and I think we're going to need to take a loan out, aren't we? So let's see what the bank are willing to give us here. Oh, I see. We've already got a loan of 100,000. That's not good. Well, it is letting us borrow a bit more. I'd like to go up to 200,000 if I can. So that's 200,000 borrowed. Which gives us a current balance of £100,000. Okay. I better save the game, just in case something bad happens. Excellent. So we now have cash. Oh, crikey, nearly got run over. So we now have cash, and that does mean that we'll be able to buy some sheep, some equipment, and depending on how easily we can manage the sheep, we can think about other things, other options. So, handbrake off, we're in manual gear, and off we go. We'll see if that tow bar is still in the front when we get back to the farm. So over here on the right, that is our pig farming area. I haven't even looked into doing that yet. I've never actually tried the pig farming on FS17, so that could be an interesting experience. Forestry coming up on our left, as I mentioned a moment before. Right, now I'm going to go flat out down this hill, because there's a very good chance we won't make it up the other side. "26 miles per hour. Go on, girl. 22, 18, 10, 2, oh crikey. Yep, okay, handbrake on. We're going to have to go down into the lower gears. Let's try HL1. Are the mods on the Steam Workshop? Well, I think, although don't quote me on this because I'll have to check and get back to you, but I think all of the mods I'm using on this are available via Giant's website. So if you go into FS17 and go to the mods option in-game, you should be able to get all the mods I'm using today from there. I don't think there are any mods that I'm using today that you can't get directly from there. But I will have to check and get back to you on that next week when I do the next stream, because I could be wrong. I could have got that slightly wrong. I'm just trying to think where is a good place to drop this tow bar. Somewhere out of the way that I'm not going to lose it. I'm guessing in the main farm. Out of the way, chickens. I think this is pretty cool as well, that the main sort of drive-through area is where your chickens are. I do like that. That's a cool aspect. I wish they'd run out of the way of the tractor though. I know you can't actually run them over. If I try and squash that one, you'll see that he's perfectly fine. You have to take my word for that because you can't see him anymore. But yeah, it would be much better, I think, if they ran out the way when you sort of beeped at them or drove near them, but they don't. So where we're going to put this bar, I think actually over here is the best place. Oh, slight stutter. Next to the harvester. It's not something I'm expecting we'll need to use very often, so I'm not too worried about that. There it goes. Did it just fall through the bottom of the earth? Okay, for some reason I can't reverse. That's a bit weird. Right, we're in neutral, handbrake on. Let's just jump out. Oh no, it's there. It's there. It's fine. It's good. I didn't realise we were that close to the wall. That's probably what the problem was. Right, now. Handbrake off, reverse. There we go. So, the reason why I've bought a that music track really weirded me out then. The reason why I bought a water tank is because I want to make sure we've got both food and water for the sheep before we buy any sheep. There is an issue, or there is a limitation, that in Seasons mod any food or water you put down only lasts for 3 days. So I mean that's going to mean that we're going to be very busy a lot of the time just getting food and water for the sheep. So I want to make sure that we're in a good position to do that before we start getting any sheep. Let's turn this off a second. I think that's top gear. Are we going to get up this hill? I mean, bearing in mind we don't even have any water in the back yet. Just about. And there's the water tank. That's good timing. I'm going to have to bring up the heads-up display so I can tell when I'm there. A, to refill the water. Is that this one? No. What button did I bind to refilling? Oh, there we go. It's a manual process on the Xbox 360 controller for some reason. I suppose technically, if I were to do it properly, I would actually get out and do it. Oh, I don't think you can. Oh, you can't. You wouldn't be able to do it externally. You have to be in the tractor. Well, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Right, so that's the water tank totally full up. It didn't cost us that much money, and that should last for a long time. So that's a good start. A good start. Okay, so handbrake off, add neutral, high gear 1. Oh, it's struggling now. The tractor's struggling more because there's a lot of weight in this water tank. So I'm going to run this water up to the sheep's field, fill that up, and then we need to start thinking about which field are we going to get grass from. And obviously we haven't got enough money to hire workers, so is this an update? I'm sure there was a tree in the middle there before. Yeah, so we're going to have to do everything ourselves to start with until we got a bit of cash in. Struggling up here. Go on, girl. Just about. Just about. Oh, this is cool as well. Let me show you this before we go anywhere else. Oh, crikey. Neutral, handbrake on, jump out. So these silage pits here that you can see just over that wall can be loaded from the back. So you pull that lever, this raises up, and you can reverse up and drop it at this end, keeping it looking much neater and much tidier. I think that's really cool. Lots of awesome stuff. handbrake off, out of neutral. Away we go. Oh yeah. She is struggling to pull away in high gear 1 now. That weight on the back is starting to really slow things down. So, if memory serves, the sheep are in here, or the sheep's water trough is in here. Neutral handbrake. Oh, we're going to have to do something about that. How am I going to open that gate now? Oh, there we go. Okay, so if I just keep my finger down, held down on A, it seems to work, so that's not too bad. Right, out of manual, handbrake off, here we go. Now, I haven't done this before. Let's whack ourselves in 4-wheel drive, if I can remember the button. 4-wheel drive, that's good. Unload, button 10. Okay, handbrake on, neutral, button 10. So that's this one, is it? Yes, it's doing it. The maximum capacity of the feeding trough suffices to feed the animals for 3 days. So that really didn't take, that took 3% of water, that's all. So we've got way more water than we could even possibly need. But that's good, because every 3 days we are going to have to top it up, so... Can I leave it parked there? Oh, I love how I can't get up this hill. That is so much better than the default game. Drop down the gears, and we're good again. I'm just wondering, can I leave it next to the water trough and just fill it up without the use of a tractor? Let's see here. Neutral, handbrake on. I suppose technically I can leave it there and just bring a tractor in when I need it. There's not really any better place to put it, is there? So I think we'll probably go with that approach. I know Seasons Mod also has maintenance, so I'm not sure if leaving it outside is going to cause it to rust up a bit quicker or something like that, but to start with I think we'll be okay, as long as it doesn't flip in snow again like it did just now when we first started. Can't believe that. There we go, found it eventually. Phase 1 completed, and it's nearly 5 PM, so we should have decent light because of the season that we're in, because we're in spring. Now I'm going to drop this front loader off, and we're going to go and look at hiring a mower of some sort. Now, how do I actually disconnect this? I think I have to take the... I have to drop this front loader off first. G-Cook Scotland 1 is now hosting my stream with one viewer. Thank you very much. This is new, this whole streaming stuff. Thank you very much, buddy. How do I get that front thing off? This is a question now. Do I press Q? Hey buddy, how are you? How are you doing? Does anybody know how I get this front loader thing off? Because I can't get the front loading arm off the tractor until I've taken this flipping thing off the front. I thought it was button Q, but that doesn't seem to be working. Turn the engine off for a second, because that's loud. Do I do it inside the tractor, perhaps? Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to switch to that, and then detach it. Or do I have to do it from inside? I think that did it. Yeah, that's disconnected now. So now I can detach the FZ30. That nearly fell over. Good, right, I figured it out. Good stuff. Handbrake off, into reverse, and that is a job very well done. Out the way, chickens. Look at that, they've made a space for me. Aren't they good? Right, let's go to the shop and have a look at their mowers. Now we're going to have to rent one because we just basically can't afford to buy one. In fact, that's a good point. Before I do that, probably a good idea to have a look at the map, isn't it? Hope you guys aren't need to be in tractor to remove. Cool. I hope you guys aren't too put off by the tunes of choice. I have to obviously pick songs that I can play without infringing copyright issues and so on and so forth. That does limit what we can listen to, but I think there's some good songs in here. Some very chilled out, relaxed stuff, which is what we need. So what have we got here? This is... oh gosh. Fruit types, growth. So everything's been harvested. Every single field except for this one, which is cultivated. Is that one of ours? Does that mean it's ours if it's got a green number? I think it does, doesn't it? So we've got one little almost square field up here that's cultivated, which means we could plant something there. We could plant something there. That's interesting. Oh, 62 is also cultivated and ready to go. Where is that exactly? Oh, I see. It's the little field next to us here. And then 92 and 91, I'm thinking are grass. Does everyone agree with that? I hope you guys can't... It is mine. Cool, thank you. I hope you guys can't hear my PC over there. It is vibrating like a lunatic. I'm gonna have to get that fixed. It's really irritating me. So yeah, these two fields here, 91 and 92. Oh, 26 and 20. We've got loads of fields. I didn't realise that. Anything down the bottom? Okay, so 25 is cultivated, 2 is cultivated, 62 is cultivated. So we could plant stuff on those 3. And then 26, 91 and 92 are all grass, if I understand what I'm looking at properly. So how do I know if grass is ready to harvest? Soil composition needs ploughing. Everything needs ploughing. Okay, nothing is fertilized. That's interesting. It's cultivated and needs ploughing. So we're going to have to plough these, even though they're cultivated, according to this. It's a bit of extra work, isn't it? Grass. Oh man, this just shows me grass everywhere. I've got you. So is grass just permanently mowable? I don't know. Grass doesn't seem to show you its growth state, does it? I'm gambling here. Gambling here. Hi everybody, by the way. I'm not gonna be good at changing cameras and stuff until I get used to the game. I'm sorry. Okay, we'll save the game whilst we see the option to do so. Looks like it's getting dark actually. It's 6:30. Tomorrow is going to be overcast. Wednesday is going to rain. Can we get the mower, mow it, and pick it all up in the space of one day? That's the problem. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. I suppose if it gets wet it should be okay, because grass will rot within 2 days. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday we could pick it up because there's a bit of sun. Grass you can mow at any time unless you cut it. It takes a few days to grow. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, that makes sense. So I think what we'll do then, guys, is we'll park up, because there's no point hiring the mowers today, because at midnight we'll have to pay again. At least that's how I understand it. So 4-wheel drive off, handbrake off, out neutral. We'll park up, we'll go and have a kip, and I'll hit the be right back button, and I'll give you guys a chance to go have a break, get yourself a cuppa. I think I could do with the coffee, so I think now is a good time to do that. Now is also a very good time to test whether I know where my lights are. So that's my beacons, that's my main headlight, high beam, low beam, hazard lights. Okay, seems I don't know where my work lights are. Oh yes I do. Excellent. Cool. Okay, well we are in a good position right now. It's going to back up into this barn. Make sure everything's shut down properly. Hit the be right back button and go and have a cuppa, and you guys can chill out and do the same thing, I guess. Handbrake on, engine off. There we go. Day 1 completed. What did we do in day 1? We bought some stuff, we got some water, we learnt some things. It's not too bad. It's not all bad. Certainly isn't all bad. 7 o'clock at night for our first day. I think that's a day well done. It snowed in the morning. Don't know if you guys saw that. It snowed in the morning, and yeah, quite an eventful day. I wish this fire would work. That would be awesome if you could press a button and put the fire on. That would be lovely. Right, okay guys, so I'm going to go grab myself a cup of coffee, and hopefully you guys will go do the same thing, and I'll see you guys in a bit, I guess. Be cool, be cool.
gonna stop. No, 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 no. Yeah, 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 yeah. I ain't never gonna stop. No, no. Oh, I ain't never gonna stop. I ain't never gonna stop now, baby. Never gonna stop now, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, 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 no. I ain't never gonna stop now, baby. Ooh. Never gonna stop now, baby.
I muted myself. What a fool. Thank you, Cooks. The wife got me a Costa, is what I was trying to tell you. And I was also saying, apologies for that. I said there were going to be mistakes. It's also 26 degrees in here. I'm absolutely melting, so I've whacked the fan on. Hopefully you can't hear that too much over the mic. Could you let me know how the audio is, with the exception of the fact that I just muted myself? That would be really awesome if you could. And also, do you know how to skip the night? There's a button, isn't there, within the Seasons mod that takes me through to the morning, but I can't remember. Button 23 it says. Let's try that. So it's 8:30 at night. If I hit button 23, what happens? That's brilliant. Right, I think we're going to go for morning because we've got a lot to do. Audio's good. Excellent. Thank you, mate. Okay, through till morning. Here we go. It's the first time I've done that. So it is now 6 AM, day 2. Haha! Let's get on to the wheel cam, the workplace. And a quick sip of coffee, I think, first thing in the morning is highly recommended. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Right, what do I need here? Xbox controller. For a minute then, I didn't think the door was going to open. Let's turn the lights off. Man, those chickens are loud, aren't they? Wow, look at that. It's not fully dynamic weather conditions. Again, that was the thing I was disappointed with Farm Sim 17. But I tell you what, with the Seasons mod, they've done a fantastic job of making it appear to be realistic. And that's pretty realistic skybox there for me. Okay, so we've got 99,000, 99 problems, and the whatever, what. Oh, I took my head tracking off. Put my head back on. Straighten myself up. Good stuff. Okay, engine on. Handbrake off. Out of gear. Let's go to the shop. Oh, do you know what I've done? I pushed the wheel back. I pushed the wheel back so I can get out of my seat. And I forgot to pull it back in towards me. "95 days until maintenance is required on this vehicle." I haven't done that yet, so that'll be interesting for me. That'll be a new thing to learn. Oh, you don't have a skip night option? Yeah, in the Seasons mod, it comes with a skip night option, as hopefully you just saw just then. And that's the first time I've used it, and it's effective. I love it. It's brilliant. It's basically, it's kind of like setting an alarm for 6 o'clock in the morning or daybreak. I'll tell you what else is cool about Seasons mod. I've been reading the manual. I don't know everything, but what I've read really impresses me. One of the things that impresses me more than anything is that depending on the season, so let's say in winter, for example, the daytime will be shorter and the nighttime will be longer, and then in the summer obviously it's reversed, so you get like 16 hours of daylight in the summer but only 8 to 9 hours in the winter, which is absolutely spectacular. I cannot believe how good this mod is. It just blows my mind. Hello Alan, how are you, my old friend? Yes, this is new for me. I started Sim UK by playing Farm Sim 15 and I absolutely loved it, and when FS17 came out, they had done so little to improve the game that I put it away and I didn't play it at all. But yes, I absolutely adore farming. I think it's incredibly therapeutic, it's fun, it's exciting, it's demanding, it's challenging, and yeah, I couldn't think of a better streaming option than doing some realistic Farm Sim 17, and thanks to the Seasons mod and the other mods available, it actually does feel like a sim now for me. It's not 100% perfect obviously, but it's a heck of a lot closer than it was. Handbrake on. We're in high 1. Get the clutch bite, handbrake off. I love this gearbox mod. It's probably one of my favourite mods. It makes driving feel so much more realistic. You don't have the Seasons mod? I can highly recommend it, Cooks. It makes the game a lot harder, but I think in all the right ways. Let's just park up here like a moron. Actually, just park properly. Let's do it properly. Whoops. Not sure that was properly, but anyway. Okay, out of reverse, neutral, handbrake on, engine off. Am I going to do the new bus sim from Lotus? Is that Is that the same guys that did OMSI? I've looked at it a couple of times, and to be honest with you, I don't know what I'm looking at. There might be two Lotuses, and I'm looking at the wrong one, I think, because everyone seems to be really excited about it. But when I look at it, when I look at Lotus, it seems to be like this very unrealistic sim-like thing. So I don't know, because I don't really know enough about it. But it's on the radar. I just don't definitely have any plans for it, let's say. Right, jump in the shop. We're gonna have to hire all this stuff, so we're gonna need mowers to start. Oh, there they are. Nova Cats 9000. Oh, now because I've got the realistic mod on, I'm gonna have to be really paying attention to the horsepower requirements. In fact, so much so that I actually need to go check. I think I can do that here, can I? Maybe not. Let's try the garage. Okay, so it's pumping out 92 kilowatts, 125 horsepower. And this needs... Oh yeah, we've nailed that. We can do that one as well. That one we're good. Ooh, that one... Yeah, I think we're not going to be able to use that one, are we? That one we can use. Again, that one is too powerful. Blast. I was planning on getting the Pottinger Novcat 301ED and the X8 together, because obviously that would give me a width of 3. But I don't know for sure that our tractor is going to be able to cope. Why does this keep swapping? Man, that PC is humming so loud. Can you guys hear that at all? It's vibrating like a lunatic over there. It's terrible. So, what do you guys reckon? I don't really know much about any of these, to be fair. I've used the Pottingers before. What does MR mean? Mower. I don't know. What other games do you plan on streaming? I'm open to suggestions, to be honest with you. I might do some racing games in the future. Euro Truck Sim 2. I'm definitely planning on doing some Euro Truck Sim 2. So I've got all the DLCs and I've hardly played any of them. So yeah, that's definitely on the list. I might even get some multiplayer. I've done some multiplayer with Space Trucker 63 in the past, and we haven't done anything like that for ages. So yeah, definitely that kind of stuff is on the plan, or in the plan, I should say. How do you know what? I can't navigate this using the controller very easily at all. I think we're gonna have to go with... We can do the front-loaded Pottinger, and I'm assuming this is a rear-loaded. So that's £20 a day. That's £20 a day. They're both 3 meter width, so that'll give us 6 meters. Yeah. Okay. I think we're going to go for this. So we'll select this front-loaded one. We'll lease it for the day. Say yes. Okay, we'll go back and we'll try this one as well. Oh, how do I do this? Select, lease, yes. So that's cost us 2,000, whereas it would have cost us 20,000 to buy them. Maybe that's not the right thing to do, but at least this way I get to test it out and make sure that we can use them before investing any cash in them. OMSI, yeah, absolutely. Do you know, I so love OMSI, but because everything is in German and you get these quirks and issues and stuff, it takes so much effort to get where you want to be. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'd be 100% appreciative of any assistance that you can give me on that front. I'd love to get in some serious OMSI time, especially with the business career mod thing. I've hardly done anything with that just because I struggle. I struggle badly. Right, what's the front and what's the back here? I'm guessing that's the front. So let's go load up the front first. Have I got that right or have I got that wrong? No, that looks right to me. Oops. Neutral, handbrake on. Now, how do I attach? Ah, there we go. Right, now this is where it gets complicated, guys. Which button is it to raise it up? First time. Unbelievable. Right, neutral. There we go, into gear. Into reverse. Let's bring the armrest up. Try and get as close as I can. Something like that. Out of reverse, neutral on, handbrake on. Armrest down, otherwise I can't move. So, rear one is selected, we'll raise that up. That's it, we're good to go. Nine o'clock in the morning, so that took us, what, 3 hours to get up out of bed, get to the shop, buy the stuff and attach it to the tractor. Whew. Still, we've made progress, so that's good. For the London OMSI DLC, yeah, oh yeah, I've been waiting for that actually for a long time. I thought it was coming out at the beginning of 2018. I guess it's changed. I haven't really been keeping a close eye. Oh god, how wide is that thing? Can I fold that up actually? You must be able to fold it up surely. No, that's turned it on. It's up and down. Ah, there we go. There we go. I think it's probably advisable to put the old beacons on. Yeah, that is making us heavy. I'm glad I realised that before we got too far. Oh yeah, it's been delayed, is it? What does that say there? If you want to mow and then pick up grass later, get a front and back mower. If you want to pick up grass as you mow, get front mower and loader on the back. That's what I should have done. That's what I should have done. I'm tempted to just turn around and go and do that now. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do that, guys. We'll swing round. I don't want to do a 3-point turn. I forgot in the external camera I don't have head tracking. I was trying to look for cars and it wasn't happening. So yeah, the benefits of loading and picking up at the same time are astronomically high. So even though we've wasted £1,000 on this rear mower, that's definitely the way to go, isn't it? Thank goodness you guys were here. Thank you so much. You've saved me a lot of work. And hopefully a lot of cash. It's that kind of thing. That's where renting equipment becomes so useful, because you can try out different combinations and see what works best for you. Or in my case, you know, you guys point out that there is a better option, which is brilliant. So I'm thinking maybe we can consider... At least it's not mine. I don't own this one yet. That dent was there when I picked it up, honestly. I remember it. I took a photo of it at the time. Okay, so I think that puts us in the zone. Take reverse off, into neutral, handbrake on. And then we need to unfold, which is 3. Lower it down. Is that it? Lowered down, is it? Okay. Jump out, disconnect the PTO, and disconnect the thing. Handbrake off, into gear. We'll block this guy in. It's probably the manager's car anyway. Neutral, handbrake on, engine off. Let's go and get this sorted. Right, now, how do I... Oh, am I meant to return stuff over here? At this icon? Return. There's my mouse. Vehicle tool has been returned. Cool, so that's not going to cost us any more money. Excellent. So we're looking for what the loader you need for hay as well, unless you want to bale the hay. Yeah, with Seasons mod we've got this rather significant issue of stuff rotting within 2 days. So we are going to need to bale at some point, but I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. So this is the roll belt 150. A baler turns loose straw, grass or hay into convenient bales. I think we're going to have to bale it because the sheep are only going to be able to have 3 days food at any one time. So we've got to store it whilst we're waiting for that to occur, I guess. That's 44,000 for that baler. Holy molios. So can I then attach this to the back, mow off the front and just bale it? Loading wagon top row. Loading wagon top row. A forage wagon collects grass. Yeah, that's what I was going to pick up. It can also be filled with chaff. Yeah, but to bale it, the loading wagon will allow me to pick it up. But if I want to bale it, can I just whack a baler on the back? If I grab this roll belt 150, if I rent it for the day, mow with the front one, can I bale it immediately with this? Will that work? We've got a powerful enough tractor to run it, so if that can work, I think we'll go with this one. I'll have a bit of coffee whilst you guys are catching up, because I know the stream is a couple of seconds ahead. Never baled grass, I'm not sure, probably. Okay. Well, we're all about learning stuff, so let's get it and find out. Select. Wow, 3,872 to rent it for 1 day. There's no point buying it. because we don't know if it's going to work, so renting it is the only logical option here. It's 11 o'clock already, guys. I need to get a shift on. This is why we're running at 15 speed, by the way, so that on occasions like this where I don't know what I'm doing, I will pay the penalty of losing time. Well, this is going to be an experiment. We've also got a JCB with a bale loader, so we could theoretically bring that out and load up onto a trailer. So maybe buying a trailer is a worthwhile exercise, and we'll just rent the balers as and when we need them. I think in terms of keeping costs down, that's probably the best way to do it. Cool. Incidentally, guys, has anybody what does BBL mean? I have no idea what BBL means. Bible? Beeble? Bubble? Don't know. Handbrake off. Into gear. Away we go. This baler looks pretty cool, actually. We look like a professional farming outfit right now. As a team, we look like we know what we're doing. As an individual, we won't discuss that. What does anyone know what this means? Bottom right hand corner, next to the speedo, we've got a green engine sign and a red something. Be back later. Be back later. Okay, buddy. Thanks for coming. Appreciate your time and effort. So yeah, if anybody knows what that red marker means, I'd be most interested to know. Because there's a lot I've got to relearn about this game. And also the Seasons mod, there's a lot I've got to learn there as well. What am I doing here? Button, there we go. Go mow some grass. That is maximum speed. Going to struggle on this hill again. I'm flat out in top gear. Let's try and get as much speed up as I can, and then drop down the gears in order to get up the other side. Here we go. And we stalled. Well, we didn't stall, but we haven't got the energy. Clutch bite. Handbrake off. Oh wow. We are really struggling to get this up the hill. We're in low 1, 92%, 93% wheel slip. Clutch is at 100%. I don't want to burn it out. Oh wow. There is another way we can go. I think the front wheels are almost off the floor. Yeah, we're going to struggle. We are going to struggle up here. Mike, I have been doing ETS's new map. Columbia. The Columbia map. Oh, I hadn't heard of that. I'm going to have to check that out. Good lord, I didn't think we were going to struggle this much to get up this hill. Just about made it. Wow. That was hard work. For the tractor. Not so hard for me. Right, now question is, which field is the one we want to start on? '92 or 93 or 91, whatever it is. Look at that. That's the realism mod, and that's mods that's doing that, making it look that realistic. Farm Sim 17 vanilla just doesn't deliver on this level at all. That's fantastic. All the suspension getting compressed and everything. I tell you what, I don't know if you saw my review on Pure Farming 2018, but I've got to say that their suspension mechanics is absolutely brilliant. Really impressed with that. Not so impressed with everything else, but definitely that part. So, is this grass actually ready? Let's go neutral. Now, I bought that bit of equipment, didn't I? And you scroll, there it is. There it is! Huh. Why isn't that working? Am I doing it wrong? Does anyone know how to use this thing? Ah, there we go. Wasn't aiming at it enough. So, it's got grass in. I don't know what half of this means. They're the coordinates. 23.2 meter incline. That's quite big, actually. Grass is in the field, I guess. It doesn't look that long, the grass here. Ah, it's 33%. So it's not ready. It's not ready to mow. Oh no. I should have checked this first. That is totally my fault. 15% precipitation, which means it's wet, but I can mow it. I don't know if that means I can mow it or not. I have no idea what that means. Oh, maybe, what's that then? Well, I think this thing is absolutely sensational, but I've no idea how to use it yet. And what day are we on? So it's wet and sunny today. Oh, I can't get into 91, look. Can I jump? Yes. I think we're going to have the same problem here. %, precipitation, it's only 33% grown. Oh, dearie me. That's not great. We've got a couple of other fields we can go check out. I guess we're going to have to do that. Well, there's a lesson learned. I should most definitely have checked that first. So now we're paying for all this equipment and we can't use it. That's annoying. And brake off into gear. Looks like this track here links up the road, so we'll just go this way. And if I just show you quickly, up here on the map, if I can find the map, field 26. Oh, it looks like 93 is ours as well. 26 and 93. So we'll go check those out. Hopefully one of them is ready to mow. That looks like a proper muddy puddle there. I wonder if that gets really difficult to drive through. Let's whack 4-wheel drive on. That should help us keep moving in the right direction. Long drive. We just adjust this radio. I almost forgot I had a coffee there. Once again, apologies for the tunes. I am limited by copyright issues as to what I can and can't play. But I do my best to search the internet and find music that I can use. It's of a reasonable quality or better. There's some really good ones in here, I've got to say.
Oh, yeah.
Bruised Deranged TV. Deranged TV. That was a difficult name to read. That really freaked me out. That's the first time someone's followed. Thank you for following. It did weird me out because I heard that noise and I didn't know what it was. But yes, welcome. Thank you for following. Feel free to comment in the comment section. Chuck me any advice, correct me when I get something wrong. I'm very much learning as I go here at the moment. And it looks like that is field 26, and I think we're in the same situation with that. So, it's nearly 3 o'clock. I've mowed nothing. I've spent thousands on hiring this equipment. I think we're just going to have to bite the bullet and mow this very limited amount of grass that we've got in this field. My mic is very low. Sorry about that. Is that better? Hopefully you can hear my mic a bit better. Still working on balancing out all of the audio and stuff. So yeah, please do feel free to keep telling me when the audio is out of balance, so I can try and balance it up. Right, let's put this to the test then. Front machine, lower it down, unfold it, turn it on. Seems to be working. Just a bit better. I'll try and adjust that in a second, buddy. Can you hear me at all, or is it completely you can't hear me at all? Right, I think we're running. You can hear me, okay, cool. I don't want it to be too loud either, so it's a difficult balancing act. I'm using the let's go face cam. Hello, by the way, if you've never seen my face before. I'm using my headphones microphone because I've got an NT USB mic here, and I've had it for about 2 weeks now, and I cannot get it to stop hissing. It's just shh the whole time. This one hasn't got brilliant mic audio, but it doesn't seem to hiss as much. So it's a work in progress, so apologies, and please bear with me whilst I try and fix all that up. So yes, before I actually start doing this, let's just jump out a second. Use this super cool bit of kit, which I absolutely love. This is brilliant. I mean, it's totally fictitious, but I also think it's brilliant. So again, this is only 33%, which is not perfect, but we need something, otherwise there's no reason in having any sheep. So let's try it out. Let's go external cam and we can see if I'm actually mowing anything for a start. Well, the spinny things are spinning round. The New Holland at the back doesn't seem to be picking anything up. I mean, this grass isn't very long. I'm wondering if it's too short to even mow. Actually, I think you can... Do I have VR? Yes, I do have VR. Whoops, crashed, not paying attention to what I'm doing. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's not fully grown, is it? It's only 33%. Damn it. Am I right in saying that I can mow any grass? Anywhere? It doesn't have to be mine. Is that correct? Because I'm thinking I might just nip off and find a grass verge somewhere. Start mowing that. Because we only need enough food for 3 days, which isn't going to be a lot, I shouldn't think, depending on how many sheep you have, obviously, but also that would give the rest of the grass a bit of chance to grow. Is there no grass grown anywhere? This is ridiculous. It all looks very, very short. Most definitely I should have checked this before. You can mow grass on the side of roads, right? That's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to just find a bit of field fact, that looks pretty good there. I'll bring the map up a second. To the right of this building, sort of there-ish, looks like it might have a bit of grass. Except it looks like they've dug it all up, so that's no good to us at all. Should we try this bit here? I don't think it's grown fully. I think we're going to have to wait, which will be a disaster, but a lesson learnt. Left side of the building. Left side look better. Okay. Because we're not picking anything up here at all, are we? Nothing. Nada. Zip. Zilchio. Well, not the greatest start, but we are learning stuff, and that's important. That track. So just down here on the left, you think? Look at that hill though. Ooh. Oh yeah, it does look better. I agree. It's just not much of it. Unless... oh no, that's a field. Let's have a look. See how easily we can... See, even here it doesn't look that long. Wonder if I can use that tool. Let's get out and have a look. I know it's not a field, so it probably won't work, but it's worth a try. See, everything is 33%. I get the impression that the farm itself has started in a everything's just been harvested state. So I'm guessing... yeah, look, you can see it's barely grown at all. Well, blast. It's 5 PM. We've achieved absolutely nothing. We've learnt a lot. We've wasted a lot of cash. But, and worse than that, we haven't even ascertained whether or not... yeah, I hadn't lowered it, I was just looking. I was just looking to see if I could do it or not. We haven't even ascertained... actually, you might know. Bruised, do you know if this combination is going to work? So mower on the front, baler on the back. Are we going to be able to pick up the grass once we've got some and bale it immediately? Is that a possibility? Have you ever tried that? Because it's getting dark now. Have to put our lights on. Head back to the farm. I'm not going to bother dropping this off. And I know that's going to cost us an extra couple of thousand, but we're only going to have to go and hire it out again, and that's like an upfront fee of about 3,000 anyway, so we'll take the financial hit and put it down to experience, I think. Lovely scenery around here, by the way. This map looks really good. Looks like we've got a bit more forestry over here as well. So day 2, guys, was a learning experience. Seasons mod makes things very, very different in game, and for my money, most of it, at least, seems to be very much positive and leaning towards more realistic gameplay. And obviously, if the grass hasn't grown enough for me to mow it, then I shouldn't be able to mow it. Simple as that. And if it's going to take 3 days to grow long enough to be worth mowing, then I'm going to have to wait 3 days in order to do that. Which does beg the question, what the heck am I going to do tomorrow? So I'm open to suggestions on that, guys. We do have a couple of fields which are already cultivated. I suppose we could go plant something in those, or maybe plough those. Where's that little road? That little dirt track? Wow, that car had its wheels up off the ground there, coming over that hill. Oh, whoa, 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 steady on. Just keep our speed down to about 13 miles per hour. "13 might be a bit too fast for this bumpy road. Try 10. Let's try 6. .2. We'll settle for 7.2. So yeah, tomorrow, what we're going to do? Let's think. We've already got a seeder, so we could do that. We've got absolutely no food for the sheep, so there's no point in buying any sheep tomorrow. We are going to have to wait for some grass to grow, but yes, we do need to do something tomorrow. I doubt very much if the grass is going to have grown enough. If it's 33% after one day, logic dictates it will be 66% tomorrow. Maybe 66% is enough to mow and get some food down for the sheep. If nothing else, then as a starting point. I'm also worried that if I bale all of the grass, I won't be able to feed the sheep with it unless I shred it, which means we're going to have to get a shredder. So there's lots of knock-on issues, I guess, aren't there, with any decision that you make. Alright, come on chickens, get out of the way, for goodness sake. Unless you want to end up a Sunday roast. Come on now. Right, let's see what we can do here. Reverse this bad boy in. I can't see the chickens when I'm going backwards. So they just need to be not stupid enough to get themselves killed, basically. Whoa, come on, come on. Settle down. Can I get both of these in here in one go? I think I can, you know. Seems to be long enough. Looks pretty good to me. Right, out of reverse, into neutral, handbrake on, engine off. Whew. Oh, my battery's nearly gone. Look at this. Goodness me. Oh, maybe you want to turn the lights off. go, got there in the end. Groovy. Well, hopefully this machine will do the job tomorrow or the next day when we've got some grass that we can actually mow. But it is an experiment, so that's part and parcel of what this entire series is going to be about, is me relearning how to play Farm Sim. Because in FS15 I did a lot, but most of it has just gone out of my head, truth be told. So we're going to go call that a night. I know it's only 6:45, it's not exactly late, but we can't do anything today, despite still having a bit of daylight available. That is the end of day 2, very much a learning day today. So yeah, I'm going to hit the be right back button, guys. I'm going to go get myself a coffee, do whatever I need to do, change the button on this thing, and I shall see you very soon, or as soon as I can. So feel free to go take a break yourself. If you're here for the long haul, then I appreciate it hugely, and yeah, now is a good time to go get a coffee.
Something to say, you should hear it. Oh, I'm happy to make time for your feelings, but you have to admit I already do. Let's just break it down to you and me uptown, dancing all around till the disco ball pops. But I have to be me, and everyone can see your anger is misplaced, and I'm gonna tell ya, don't hate me 'cause I get attention. Don't turn me into what I'm not. I have to be me 24/7, and I ain't never gonna stop. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. No, oh, oh, oh. And I ain't never gonna stop. Come on. Listen to me. I've tried so many times to tell you this is as good as I can be. Why isn't it enough to be faithful and also be the hit of the party? Let's just break it down to you and me uptown, dancing all around till the disco ball pops. But I have to be me, and everyone can see your anger is misplaced, and I'm gonna tell you,
Hey guys, welcome back. Looks like my overhead light has run out of battery, so probably the wheel cam and the face cam are going to be quite dark now. How annoying. We're going to have to find a better solution for that, I guess. So here we are. We are going to skip the night and we're going to go for morning. And first thing I'm going to do... Hello Cooks. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you back. You missed yesterday. Yesterday was a complete disaster. It seems all of the grass in the entirety of the map is only 33% grown, which is basically nothing. And it appears that the mower couldn't get low enough to actually mow it. So yeah, we learnt a lot. Spent a lot of money that we didn't really need to. If we come and look at the grass now, don't know. Is it any better? I don't know how long it takes for grass to grow. Oh, it's still 33%. But that's 25% now, 40%. I don't know what the difference between these is. I need to look at the manual, figure that out. Can I skip the night in my webcam? Yeah, sorry, I was just saying, I had this brilliant idea. Let me bring the old wheel cam up. I had a brilliant idea. This little USB powered light source, that's what's been powering the lights in here. But it seems the battery life is only like an hour. So either I need more of these or I need something better because, oops, sorry. That has now run out of battery. So maybe I can leave it plugged in whilst I'm recording and then that will give me continuous light, but it's all learning as we go. So yeah, in the next episode, hopefully I'll have learnt from my mistakes and done a better job. Now, does that look any more grown? Do you know what? I don't know. Where's my kit? My tester. See, it still says 33%. Man.
Oh, yeah.
Talk 379 GTA 5 is now following. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you for coming and watching today. Can any of you possibly jump on and have a look and see what each of these individual things mean? Because they haven't changed as much as I thought they would. And this one here that I thought meant growth is still at 33%, so it hasn't grown at all. And I'm a bit perturbed because we need some grass. Oh, is there some grass there? Oh, is that grass? Or is that a hedge? That's not grass, is it? Maybe in seasons it doesn't grow till summer. God, I hope that's not the case. That would be a serious oversight on my part. I did a test the other day, obviously, because for the last couple of weeks I've been just testing and seeing if, I know where everything is and how everything works, setting up the buttons and so on and so forth. I can't believe how dark that is. I'm going to have to sort a light out on that in a second. And I did actually do some mowing on this field. Now, admittedly, it wasn't great. Whilst I was mowing it, it was very difficult to tell. See, that looks longer than that. Just my eyes, I think. It was very difficult to tell where I had mowed and where I hadn't. So I'm thinking now that it's only 33%, that perhaps, splosh, 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 wet socks. I'm thinking now that perhaps it hadn't fully grown anyway, and I was just basically wasting my time. But based on that theory, I've sort of planned the entire farm. So yeah, in order to have sheep we need grass, in order to have grass we need grass, and yeah, if it's not grown we've got a problem, a big problem. Oh, hang on, no, hang on, I can answer this right now. Look, if I bring up the the seasons mod, you can see this is where we are. This red line indicates we're on day 3 of spring, which is the first season. So you've got beginning, middle and end. So we're at the beginning of spring. And if we look down here at grass, oh, you are so right. So we can't harvest until mid. Oh my goodness me! What a mistake at a maker. Right. Well. Okay. Cheers, cooks. I think you've answered that question. We can take the mower back and the baler. I'm not worried about that too much until the middle of spring. Holy cow. Well, I wasn't expecting that, I'll be honest. 4-wheel off, handbrake off, into gear and off we go. Let's go this way. Although it's bumpy, we've got less hills. Except for that big one right at the end. Right, well that's changed things quite considerably then, isn't it? What should we be doing instead? I suppose we could... We got 2 or 3 cultivated fields. We could go plant something there. Something easy. Like grass. Crikey, I can't believe that. I can't even get enough grass up to feed the sheep for 3 days. That's terrible. Still, I suppose when we get to harvest time, there'll be grass everywhere, and then we won't have any problems. Get up there. Go on. Go on. Just keep going. Should have left 4-wheel drive on, shouldn't I? Floor it. I can see that truck's coming, but we're going to get there first. Only just, but just. It's just occurred to me something that I hadn't thought about, because whilst I'm streaming, I'm also trying to record this stuff, so there is a real chance that my hard drive is going to fill up. It's mostly empty, so we should be fine for a bit, but I've got no way of tracking that whilst I'm recording, or whilst I'm streaming / recording, because I'm not even sure if it's recording. It's definitely streaming, I think. Or it must be, otherwise you guys wouldn't be able to talk to me. But yeah, there's a lot to think about, isn't there, when you're streaming? It's a lot harder than YouTube, I think. But I'll tell you what, it is nice to be able to talk to you guys. And I know this stream is going to be pretty long, and it's not at the best time of day either. I do have plans later on or further down the line, to actually start streaming at night, when everyone's sort of finished work and finished school or whatever. But yeah, you know, some of you will know anyway that my daughter, who's almost 6, she has autism, so she's very sensitive to certain things, and me chatting away trying to do a stream at night when she's trying to sleep is not ideal, hence why I'm doing it in the day. But I'm working on solutions for these problems. I just can't say when or if they're going to materialise. But yeah, the more I do it, the better I should get, the less mistakes I'll make, the better the audio will be, the better the lighting will be. Speaking of which, I might actually do a BRB in a second when we get to the shop, and put some light on this steering wheel and SciTech side panel, because you can probably barely see it, guys. I do apologise. Am I streaming on Twitch only? Some stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time, I'm guessing. I'm only streaming on Twitch because I've no idea how to do both at the same time. I think you need to go to a third party in order to do that, don't you? Don't they basically like re-stream you on YouTube or something? I'm not entirely sure how it works, I'll be honest. No, but that's a good point. Something else I need to think about. Something else I need to consider. Let's bring the HUD up. Indicators on? Just about. So, we'll drop these off, having wasted thousands upon thousands of pounds hiring them for no reason whatsoever. That one. Handbrake on, into neutral. Remove the PTO, remove that. Oh no, I'm gonna have to back it up, aren't I, first? Oh, neutral is what I was looking for. Now, it's important that I move the tractor out of the sell here point, just in case I sell the tractor, and that would be pretty much the end of the farm. We would be totally screwed at that point. So, yes, we're going to return that. And we're going to return that. And we'll have to come and rent them again when the grass is ready to be harvested. What a terrible situation that was. Horrendous mistake. Whilst we're here, let's have a little look at the trailers, because as and when we do start baling, we are then obviously going to need to move them somehow. Terrible bit of parking, but it will do. Right, and I'll tell you what, whilst we're here, I'll just do a BRB and then I'll get a light set up so you can actually see this again. Bear with me, guys.
Listen to me. I've tried so many times to tell you this is as good as I can be. Why isn't it enough to be faithful and also be the hit of the party? Let's just break it down to you and me uptown, dancing all around till the disco ball pops. But I have to be me, and everyone can see your anger is misplaced, and I'm gonna tell you, don't hate me 'cause I get attention. Don't turn me into what I'm not. I have to be me 24/7, and I ain't never gonna stop. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Never gonna stop. No, 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 no. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, and we're back. Is that better? Hopefully you guys can see now. Maybe that light works better. I don't know. That looks okay. It's got two settings. It's got... Oh, maybe that one. I don't know. Yeah, that one's probably better. Okay. Oh, learning as we're doing here. Learning as we're doing. Right. Now, we need some sort of trailer type thing. We're also going to need a chainsaw. So let's look at... Is there any benefit of one chainsaw over the other? They're all the same price. They all look the same. I guess it's about aesthetics. McCulloch, Steel, Husqvarna, John Sered. I think McCulloch. Excellent. McCulloch is now selected. Now, which trailer? Go for a bit of face cam. See, my face cam's a bit wonky actually. You've got some of this desk unit or unit in the cam. Apologies for that. Low loaders. Not sure if you can use a low loader with the tractor, can you? Oh, these are big. No, they're huge. We don't need that. Oh, maybe I don't have maybe I don't have anything suitable. What did I do that for? Go back in the shop. Tippers. I don't think Tippers is going to do it, alright. Any suggestions, guys? Oh wow, that light makes my face look funny. Even funnier than usual. That's better. Yeah, we're going to have to suffer with not too much light, I guess. I'll sort that out for the next stream. Yeah, recommendations, guys. What can I load bales onto? Is there like something that can pick bales up? Maybe I could just rent that instead. Loading wagons. I suppose if we used a mower and a loading wagon, we could then... There is a bale loaded. It should be in the bale area. There's a bale loaded? Oh, we're going to have to go check that out now. I didn't even think to check, to be honest. Yeah. So I was thinking if we do get the mower and we don't go down the baling option, then what we could do, I suppose, is use one of these loading wagons and start creating silage. Because silage makes good money, if I remember. I'm not sure if that's changed as part of the seasons mod, but it always used to be a money spinner in 15. Now break off, into gear, let's go. Let's go check if there is a bale. So I'm guessing then 15 is 15. Week 1 is going to be about learning the game, getting acclimatized with the map and the equipment and the seasons mod and everything in between. I'm always wary when I come down this bit because there's areas where they cross and you just can't see them until it's too late. They kind of just pop out from behind that wall, and the brakes on these things are not brilliant. That's it, max speed. We don't have any more. So if you're right and we have a bale already, which would be brilliant if we do, then we can actually get some sheep today. I'm assuming I'm going to need a shredder to feed them though, with the bale. Would that be right? Good tunes. Oh. There's not a bale loaded, there's a bale loader in the buying menu. Ah, right. Okay, well, cool. Okay. That works as well, because at least I'll know that I can pick up bales one way or another. I think I'm going to have to go look in the mods and get some more trailers and stuff, more equipment, because the shops seem to be a little bit sparse. Obviously I watch other YouTubers, Dagwin for one, big thumbs up to Dagwin. And he's got, I think, almost every single mod available on his game, isn't he? Come on, chickens. Shift out of the way, for goodness sakes. Right, so I'm going to grab the cedar, wherever the hell it is. There it is. This chicken here. And that chicken there, you moron. What are you doing? Don't walk under the tractor. Oh, now you're doing it. Come on, girls, get out of the way. I know you can't run them over, by the way. It's just for realism. It's just playtime. Whoa. Who the hell put that in there? Handbrake on, into neutral. Let's jump out. Doesn't that need a PTO? It's mechanically driven, that's cool. Okay then. Handbrake off, into gear. Let's go get some seed. I think that's rubbing against that wooden pillar there, you know. Or maybe it's just heavy. Let's drop the gears down a bit. What the hell? Oh, have I not raised it up? You pillock. That would be what the problem is. Alrighty. I don't think there's any seed in it yet, is there? Oh, there is. So we've got 700 wheat and fertilizer. We got wheat and fertilizer. Oh, it does both. Oh, that's pretty handy. Right. Where are we going to go? Which field are we going to do this on? So 62 is right by us, and that's good to go. 25 is a bit easier to work on, but it's a long way away. And 2 looks pretty darn good, actually. But it would mean driving all the way up there. But 2, I think, is the field for me. Yep, I'm going to gamble on 2. Get some external cam. Check out the awesome suspension. So cool to watch. floor it. I haven't got four-wheel drive on again. There we go, that should make things better. Crikey, you're all over the road here. Oh wow, I don't know if you saw that, but the back end is very heavy, and it nearly spun us 360 there. Definitely going to have to slow down, going too fast for this weight. See if we can maintain the same sort of speed as the cars. Yeah, we nearly went arse over tit then. That's the realism mod, by the way, in case you're wondering why it behaved so aggressively then. Highly recommend it if you're looking for a more realistic farm sim experience. Along with all the mods I use in this, actually, they all make a significant addition to the game in terms of realism, and without them I couldn't play this game. I wouldn't want to play this game. I suppose one thing you do have to say for Giants is that they've always provided a platform upon which the modding community can do stuff. It's not limited down. Have I seen the trailer for Bus Simulator 2018? Yes, I have. And I put my name forward to beta test for them, and they did not select me. But I spoke to the Northern Alex the other day, and beta testing has begun. I don't know what his experience of that was. I think he's got a non-disclosure agreement, which means he can't really talk about it. Yeah, he did say he'd try and talk to a buddy of his and get me a key sent over, but nothing's happened, so he's either forgotten or they don't want me to do it. I mean, we're only a very small YouTube channel. We got just under 10,000 subscribers, but yeah, you know, in contrast, the Northern Alex has got over 100,000 subscribers now. I've got a few friends on YouTube who have got 100,000 subscribers or less, and yeah, it seems only the Northern Alex, out of all the YouTubers I know, it's only Northern Alex who appears to have access to the beta that I know of. But yeah, it looks brilliant, and hopefully it will improve on 16 in all the ways that we want it to. And if it does, I will most definitely be doing a series on that. I might even do some streaming on that. That's a good game to stream. Excuse me, guys. Choking here. Finish off the last of my coffee. And then we'll be swapping over to water, I think. Bit of dry throat. I've been talking non-stop for, I don't know, 2 hours. It's not normal, people. It's not normal. No, I wouldn't say it was terrible that they wouldn't select me to beta test. I'm nobody special. It just would have been nice having, you know, I don't know if you've seen my Bus Sim 16 series, but you know, I completed the entire game. I've created tutorials. I've helped people out to in order to complete the game, and so on and so forth. And I would have thought that maybe off the back of that they might have included me to beta test, seeing as, you know, I'm an experienced Bus Sim 16 player. But you know, it's not everybody can get a key. They have to turn down some people, and I imagine there were thousands of people. I imagine there were thousands of people requesting access. Jesus, lady. technically that was my fault, but that was a close one. And I know you can't hit them, but it's about realism, guys. It's all about realism. So I just wondered what that yellow thing up there was. Thought if it's a golden nugget, I might go get it. Right, I need to check the map because I think I'm lost. I am lost. So I need to turn right here in order to get to field 2. Okay. Well, that's going to be tricky. Oh, they turn in right as well. So if I just move forward a tad, maybe they'll disappear up there. Excellent. And I can just back it up. I've never been up this bit of road before. First time. You think I'm one of the top promoters of Sims? Oh, I don't know about that. I appreciate the sentiment, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of YouTube. I mean, I don't think I'm particularly good as a YouTuber, in all honesty. I do my best. I try and educate and simulate and have fun as best I can with my limitations and on time and so on. We are going to struggle up here, but yeah, I mean, I started YouTube because of the likes of Squirrel, who I'm sure you know, or know of, I should say. Oh wow, we are struggling to get up here. Field 2, we've made it. Look at that. We survived. Nearly ran somebody over. Nearly tipped over. Lots went wrong, but we're here. We got it in the end. Yeah, I started YouTubing because of the likes of Squirrel. I had a car accident in 2009, and basically, I don't need to go into that, but it makes things slightly more difficult. Whoa, am I still in gear? So yeah, I thought, well, you know, I struggled to go to work and deal with people on a daily basis, so I'll do YouTube because it's super easy. But it isn't actually. It's really hard, and I've had to learn an awful lot over the last couple of years, and I've got some skills in certain areas, but yeah, I'm certainly not one of the best YouTubers, I wouldn't say. I know lots of sim-based YouTubers who are vastly better than I am. I've got a bit of a concern here, guys, because I'm playing realistically. I didn't know this field would be like this. That is one hell of an incline. I think going down would be okay, but we'll never get back up again. Not in a million years. I didn't know this field would be like this. Maybe I can go this way instead of this way. That might work. This could end up being a total disaster. Week 1 is all about learning, I think. That's what we've discovered. Right, let's back her up as best we can without hitting that tree. Ah, damn, we hit the tree. We only hit it very gently though, no damage. Now you should be able to see that I've got very little traction. Whoa, crikey. That just kept going backwards, even after I hit the brakes. Right. Low 1. Let's just see if we can actually get it up this hill first. It's alright when it's raised, it's when you put it down, it gets a lot heavier. Oh, and I just stalled. My fault. Right, it's in the ground. You've been playing Train Sim, yeah. I need to get into that. I need to get into that properly. I need to find like large periods of time where I can focus on one game and really get my skills back up to top notch, because I've got so many series running on so many different games. I'm like a jack of all and master of none. That's how it feels. But Train Sim is yeah, it looks fantastic, I've got to say. Right, how do you turn this thing on? Is it on? If I start driving now, will it? Oh, I'm in neutral. Damn it. Oh, that's full on. And we're barely moving. 4-wheel drive, let's try that. I really didn't need that message right now. Great demand for wood chips. Okay, thanks. Look at this. We can't even pull it. There's no way we can do this field. It's not happening. Oh, wow. I knew it was going to be hard. I didn't know it was going to be this hard right from the beginning. It's rather an apt song, don't you think? Won't make the same mistake twice. We could hire a proper tractor, like a real one, for, you know, like a grown-up tractor, instead of this child's tractor for gardening. Oh, that was a big stutter. We're going to have to try one of the other fields. That one is just too steep. Not run anybody over this time. It's alright, mate, take your time, no rush. So I'm thinking field 25 is going to be our next best bet, which also has an incline but nothing like that one. Epic fail. Yeah, you're not kidding. It's not the first one either. It's like epic fail number 4. Still, I'm enjoying it. As long as you guys aren't completely bored. Oh, Jesus, I thought he was going to pull out on me then. Oh, where's my map gone? Look at the scenery here. Such a nice looking map. It's not too big either, which is nice. Right, so how do I get to field 2? It's down here somewhere, isn't it? Let's feather those brakes a bit. Do not want to be spinning out. Oh, Christ, yeah, too fast. Too fast. The back is way too heavy for that kind of speed. Limit myself to 20 miles an hour, I think. Alright, here we go. 25. Is this it here? Oh, I think we can manage this one, he says. It depends if this tractor has actually got enough grunt in it to haul this bloody thing along, isn't it? Alright, let's drop it down. Let's get the heads up on, make sure we're in four-wheel drive. We are. We'll put ourselves in low 1, which is going to limit us to 5.9 miles per hour. But hopefully, yes. Are we moving? We are actually moving. But are we seeding? Yeah, it's turning. Or maybe I need to be over a certain speed. Let's keep an eye on the wheat and on the... yeah, it's going down. I think we're doing it. Whoop, whoop. Progress is being made. Something positive has happened. Hurrah! But I do now need to test my skills on... This isn't going to feel natural at first. And I'm extremely worried about falling off into that river there. These skills will become more natural over time, obviously. Especially as soon as I'll remember the buttons, which is a big step forwards. Oh, don't be awkward. I think I might need a weight on the front. What do you think? Because that would get that front wheel down, wouldn't it? And that might pull us along. Yeah, we're not moving here. There's no way that's suitable. Right, we're going to bring this up. Actually, we'll put it down. What am I talking about? Handbrake on, stick it in neutral. Oh, for a second then I thought it was going to roll off down the hill. Micro panic. Goodness me. Seems like this tractor struggles to get up the hill even without that on the back. Right, so we'll go to the shop, we'll buy a weight. Hopefully we'll be able to actually get something done today. This will be day 3 where nothing's actually occurred. Huge amounts of learning and nothing else. Yeah, I think the weight should help. It did look like 3 of the wheels were gripping and it was just that one that was spinning. Maybe that one extra wheel will be enough to just get it going. I think once you get going it's easier, isn't it? It's just getting that first bit going. Maybe I should just floor it, drop it whilst I'm accelerating and hope that that's enough grunt to get it over the hill. Who knows? But we'll grab a weight. We've got the cash. It's a good tune this, by the way. I like it anyway. I'll tell you what else is really cool about the Seasons mod. When it's winter, the people that are walking around don't spawn because it's too cold. It's not 100% realistic, but I think it's pretty cool. I like that they went to the extremes of doing that. That's pretty awesome. So if I can't... Oh, there's one now. If I can't do it with the weight on the front, then what I'm going to have to consider is selling this tractor, or maybe the case. I might sell the case actually, selling the case and just buying one, because this inability to actually move anything is a bit of a problem. Right, into neutral, engine off. Let's go grab a weight. Where are the weights? Weights. Whoops. I cannot navigate this thing using the controller. It's like it's drunk. It's off doing its own thing. Sales. What's this then? Oh, that's on sale. Yeah, we're not going to get that today. So we need weight. Where is weight going to come under? Let's change cam a bit because there's nothing of interest to see. Weight. Is this farm in the Alps? No, this farm is, I believe, based in the south of England. I believe, if memory serves. And don't quote me on that, I could be wrong. Am I looking at weights and just can't see it? I can see levelers, tedders. We might need one of those later on. Slurry tank, windrow, we'll probably need that as well. Where's weights then? Would it be under tractors? Doesn't make any sense that it would be. No. Front loaders. No. Where are weights then? Plows, cultivators. Miscellaneous. No. Where the hell are the weights? Oh, there. Weights. Whoops. Right. So that's 250 quid. A weight helps keeping a tractor's wheels on the ground and improves balance. So that doesn't cost me anything a day. I don't know what that means. None of them cost anything a day. Okay, so it doesn't tell me how much they weigh. Oh, is this the weight here? A 550, a 650, a 700, a 1,000 pound weight. Yeah, and they just go up and up and up and up and up. Okay, I'm feeling 700 to 1,000. I don't want to go for the 1,000. I think that might be too heavy for our little tractor to cope with. It's already struggling like Billy-O. Rain the Boss 221. Howdy, how you doing? Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us today. I don't know what that word was in between there. Ice. Thanks for joining, Ice. Not sure where that came from. Okay, let's grab this one. 700. We'll buy it. It's the kind of thing that you'll use time and time again, so it's worth the effort. It's 6:21, guys. I can't believe it. That's 3 days in. 3 days in where I haven't achieved anything at all. Let's get the lights on. What a disaster. I've learnt huge amounts, which is good. Get all the mistakes out to start with, and then don't make any more after that. That's the plan. Brake. I think I'm the wrong way round, aren't I? Yep. Pretty sure. Yep. Handbrake on. into neutral. Absolutely miles away. It's a bit more like it. Thank you very much. So that's selected now. If I raise it up, perfect. Perfect. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. You're enjoying yourself on Dusty Cove. Excellent. I've looked at Dusty Cove, but I haven't really put any time into it, to be honest. So are you playing whilst watching? That's pretty cool if you are. And if you're an experienced farmer, then your knowledge and experience here is absolutely vital. What's going on here? I was in the wrong gear, I think. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah. Some of the maps on FS17, some of the modded maps are absolutely just amazing. If I have any questions, I can ask you. Okay, I've got a question for you then. I'm going to put your knowledge to the test. You'll probably know this straight away. Rain the Boss 221 is now hosting you. Thank you so much. Okay, here's the question. Your starter for 10. If I buy a mower for the front of the tractor, stutters really get to me. If I buy a mower for the front of the tractor, a central facing single width mower, just the basic cheapy one, because we've only got a crappy tractor at the moment, and I place a baler on the back, can I directly pick up the grass and bale it without needing anything else just for that process? Will that work? Because we tried to test it earlier, and unfortunately the grass on this map starts off in a non-grown state. Rain the Boss is now following. Thank you so much, sir. So yeah, we've tested it, but we didn't have any grass, so I still don't know if that's going to work or not. So if you know if that does work and you could tell me, that would be wonderful, because when Seasons Mod allows us to actually harvest the grass, yes, you could do it, however it would be extremely hard, but it is possible. Okay, why would it be hard? What's the complexity I'm not thinking of here? What limitations am I going to have? Obviously my craptor. In fact, that's rather accurate. This is a craptor. We don't have any tractors, we only have craptors in this game at the moment. And I think I'm probably destroying crops by driving on them, aren't I? That was pretty amateurish as well. I don't like that. Now I know Farm Sim isn't realistic enough to... Oh Christ, we stalled. I know Farm Sim isn't realistic enough to... Jesus, we're in neutral. Come on. Oh, you're kidding me. I can't even get up the hill. Four-wheel drive on. There we go. There we go. There's a good craptor. Right. Out of reverse. Come on. Out of reverse. Into neutral. Handbrake on. Connect that up. And I know it's late, but I just want to test this and see if it works. So, out of neutral. Handbrake off. I do not know if this is the craptor for this job. Yeah, we got serious problems. 4-wheel drive, weight on the front, it's still not biting. Be right back, going to take a quick shower, that's cool. The mower that I always use when trying to also bale is the Novcat 301ED, okay? You need to have the correct mower so it dispenses the mowed grass in the correct lining with the baler. That's a good point, yeah, I will check that. That is a good point. Okay, well, this has been a complete disaster, isn't it? I think we're going to have to hire a tractor for the day. So we'll do that tomorrow, guys. Handbrake on, into neutral. Disconnect that. I think we'll just leave it there for the night. Pretty despondent with it right now. Let's raise that weight up. I think part of the fun of playing Farm Sim so realistically is that I don't have access to all the good equipment right from the beginning. I don't even have the finances to get the good equipment right from the beginning. And it's that business acumen, planning, bit of good luck kind of aspect that I really like the look of, or the feel of, in this game. So we're going to head back to the house. The joys of a new farm, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. The joys of a new farm. Surrounded by craptors, that's all I can say. I like that word, I think I've just made it up. I'm going to keep that as mine. I'm going to try and remember to entitle this episode as The Day the Craptors Arrived, or something similar, equally ironic. It's not ironic at all, is it? I think it's been a long day. I think I need to go back and get a cup of tea, maybe a large coffee, and yeah. 4 days, I think. 3-4 days. What day are we on? So that's 3 days. 3 days, feels like 4 days. 3 days, each day been a complete failure, epic fail this week. But my God, have we learnt a lot. We have learnt so much. Am I going the right way? Or have I missed my turning? That's just up here, isn't it? It's been a late one today, 8:30. Going to try and keep night farming to an absolute minimum, unless necessary. Oh, that was a bit too hot. Something really cool about bouncy tractors, I don't know what it is. The genius of suspension, perhaps. Floor it. Oh, man. If I was really in this tractor, I'd be feeling sick right now. What's the real world time? 3:51? Oh, goodness me. Guys, I'm going to have to call the stream there because my little one's going to be home from school, and it's not possible to do this anymore while she's here, unless she comes and joins me, but yeah, that could be difficult. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and coming along and joining us today. I really massively appreciate it. And it didn't all go right. In fact, basically nothing went right. I think we got one strip of wheat on 2 different fields. So yeah, the learning experience has been magnificent. Handbrake on, engine off. And yeah, the stream experience has been a good one as well. Going to finish up on the wheel, so I can give you a big old thumbs up, guys. Thank you so much for watching today. Thanks for all of your efforts and input and everything. This is Farm Sim, not Mod Runner. I started a farm using the worst tractors and smallest equipment. The farm had narrow roads, so small equipment was a must. Struggled with hills in that farm, but not as steep as yours. Yeah. Well, it's going to be a fun learning experience, isn't it? Getting all the right equipment to successfully achieve what we need to achieve. Why can't I turn my lights off here? There we go. I got it in the end. Guys, it's been wonderful. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again with the next stream. Until then, take care of yourselves, and goodbye for now. Just get into the house. Kind of did the goodbye a bit early. A bit premature. Premature goodbyes. Let's close this one as well. Clonk. Put the telly on. What should we watch? Oh man, I've got to go back. Let's watch Emmerdale. Perfect. Nice one. Cheers, guys. Take care. Till next time. Goodbye for now.